Greetings everyone, and welcome to Blossom, the Seed of Life. Now this is a game that soared under my radar, and I'm starting to think that my radar is broken, because this game hits a lot of things that I really like. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even know about this game if the developer hadn't sent me a key, and I really do appreciate that. So it's an open world sandbox planet crafting game, and yes, I am going to say that. Planet crafting, because this game has elements of two games that I really like, but it does do something different. It's very much like Astroneer and the Planet Crafter, but it does its own thing. So here's the story. You're a robot. You were made in order to bring life to a planet. In this case, Mars. So Blossom, the robot, has been dropped on Mars in order to create a world. It's kind of a fire and forget situation because I get the impression that humanity is gone. So you're not doing this to save anybody, make a world for them. You're here to make a world to create new life. Maybe give the solar system another chance since we kind of screwed things up, if you know what I mean. Anyway, it does seem to be a very interesting game. It's challenging, I'll say that. I did a bit of a test play, and I gotta tell you, I died a lot. Oxygen obviously isn't a problem, but power is definitely a problem. I left a lot of corpses lying on the ground. Hopefully I won't do that this time, but if I do, it's just the learning process. Anyway, I definitely think that this is something that fits my channel, and we're gonna be playing it. If you want to see more of it, you know what you're going to do. You're going to give it a like. You're going to say something about that in the comments down below. So let's start a new game, obviously. And there's two options here. There's survival and explorer. Explorer is a little bit more relaxed. What's the fun in that? Unless you die a lot, is it really meaningful when you create a world in the end? No, it isn't. So let's jump into Blossom, the Seed of Life. So, welcome to Blossom, and also welcome to Mars. Alright, now the first thing I need to do is to prevent myself from dying. You can see that my power is dropping quickly. So I need to recharge. This is the battery. So I come over to the battery, I hit E to connect, and things are looking a lot brighter now. And you can see I have 4 bars of power. Alright, so I'm going to do Q to disconnect. Alright, now what it wants me to do is to install Mining Tool V1, and then I have to upgrade my backpack. Alright, so I'm going to go to the crafting station, and yeah, there's no power there. So this is where we learn about how to play the game. This is the computer. Now, the first thing, of course, was charging. We kind of had to do that quickly. Now we have to learn about circuits. Now, if you see what Blossom is actually doing there, it's basically a way of spreading the power around. So let's jump out of there. And what I'm going to do is, hold on a minute. I'm going to start here. And once again, I'm going to do connect. But this time, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do connect. Right, so power is now running over there. And I'm going to grab another connect cable from here. And I'm going to plug that into this. Hold on a second. Can I get that going there? There we go. Okay, so we have one battery, which, by the way, you can see that number, 729. That is the amount we have until we start producing our own power. All right, now it wants me to make a mining tool. So let's go over here. And if you look at mining tool, basically I can just make it. Because I have power, I have my small backpack. So let's just craft that. E. Okay, so now I can mine. And you can see I have the recipe for the V2 version. However, it doesn't want me to do that. It wants me to upgrade my backpack. Upgrading my backpack means I can carry more things. You see those little 2 nozzles on the side and over there? I can carry basically 4 things at the moment. And I can only have 4 little nodes of power. Which, by the way, I'm going to have to charge again. Just saying. All right, now if I look at medium backpack, I can't do that until I have 3 iron ore. So I'm going to have to go outside and get that. All right, so break out of this. But I am going to want to refill my power first. So I'm going to come over here. Oh, I opened the door. All right. Right, so I ripped the connection off of there and recharged myself. I'm going to put that back. Okay, so this is iron. and I'm going to hold down the E key to mine, and then I'm going to grab that. You see, it's attached to my my backpack now. Now, here's the thing. I really need to watch my power when I'm doing this. Most of my deaths showed up after I was doing mining at a long distance. Fortunately, I don't have to go very far. All right. There we go. I got 3. Let's get back. All right. So we go back to the crafting station. And where is it here? Right. The medium backpack. So we're going to select that. Boom. Okay. So you can see I now have more of these little carrying nodules on the side. And more importantly, more space for power. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab that. See, I got the cable that's plugged directly into the battery. So I am nice and charged now. All right, so put that back so things will work. Now I have to craft the encryption key, insert the encryption key into the computer, and deploy the printer. All right, well, one thing at a time. What do we need for the encryption key? We just saw that a moment ago. So I need 1 copper ore and 1 regolith chunk. Now, I do happen to know what they look like. Copper, of course, isn't a problem in games like this. All right, we got a lot of power. We have to keep an eye open. Okay, is that copper right there? That looks like copper. Looks like a big copper, though. Okay. Yeah, probably a mistake grabbing 2 of them. All right. Yeah, notice how much that just ate up. All right, now the other one, the regolith, is just kind of lying on the ground. But I don't want to get too... Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so right there, let's grab that and head back. Because almost half of my power is gone. It's when you wander really far away to find something that you have problems. Okay, so let's turn that on. We can make an encryption key. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so you can see it's attached right there. So that's how you carry things. Now, I do have an extra copper. I'm probably going to put that down. All right, so now it wants me to hit R to insert the encryption key. And we have a package. All right, so can I just put this up here? E. All right, so basically this is storage. You can make them too. You're going to need to make a lot of them. And I just put the extra copper I had over there. Okay, deploy the printer. I'm guessing you have something to do with that, right? Okay, E, deploy. Okay, so I have to pick a spot. You know, maybe I want to be close. That way I can get power. Boom, there we go. Okay, new discovery, blueprint discs are now available on the computer. Okay, let me just pop in here for a minute. Because I am having a big power problem there, ain't I? And I don't want to die. At least not as much as I was dying before. Okay, plug that back in. Okay, I said plug that back in. There we go. Oh, by the way, you can see that the power is now down to 648. All right, so what does it want me to do? It wants me to upgrade my backpack again. That sounds like a great idea. What am I going to need for that? All right, I have some more entries here, including the light tool. What do I need for that? 1 copper. Wow, okay, so here's what we're going to do with that because I just happen to have 1 copper. Okay, how do I... R, there we go. All right, and we're going to grab that copper back. Okay, because it does get dark at night. There we go. All right, so R. Yeah, see the light? Okay, that's good. Now, backpack. All right, I need sulfur ore and silica ore. Okay, so I do happen to know where they are. I left a lot of corpses in that area, just saying. I did do a refill there. All right, so here's the thing. This thing can't do anything at the moment because we don't have enough power. By the way, I am going to be clearing this dust away. It's just the way that it looks now. Now, I do believe that that up there is silica. It might be too big for me to mine, though. Of course, there's a little one, too. Yeah, this one requires a mining laser module. But then again, I could do this one. Okay. Take, oh, grab that. Yeah, that just used a shocking amount of power, so I need to get back. But I have 1 of them. To be fair, what I need is not in this direction anyway. It's in a different direction. But I do need to refill. Okay, let me just go grab this. And put that back. Okay, so I do believe if my memory is right, I can get some sulfur over this way. And you know what? I might as well just grab that because I'm going to need them anyway. And they're just lying around on the ground. Did I go the right way? Fortunately, that thing is tall. Maybe that is a kind of a holdover from like Satisfactory, where your main base has the elevator, and it's I think I went the wrong way. And it's very tall, so it's easy to learn your way back. Okay, here's the thing. Now there's also these little vaults that we have to find. And here's one of them. They have blueprints in them. Okay, grab that. Okay, I do know that there's some over there, but it's just that I'm going to run into power problems here. Okay, here's another vault. Okay, terraform analyzer. Thing is, I don't want to die with these blueprints on me. I'm looking for a little one. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Okay, I need to get back. Oh, I'm not going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make it. Yep, 20%, 19. If I can just get close, I'll be happy. Yeah, I have a jetpack. Actually, I'm going to make it back. It's a miracle. Actually, can I just plug in over here? Ooh. Okay, there we go. Can I disconnect now? Yes, I can. All right, so I should be able to make the new backpack. Oh, I walked into a wall. Here we go. Right, the large backpack. I have the medium backpack. We have the power for that. Power is going down, by the way. And the sulfur ore and the silica ore, so... Boom. Okay, so I can now carry 4 items on each side, as you can see, and I have more bars to work with. So let's just charge up. All right, there we go. We're just going to have to live with that one for a while. All right, here's the thing. I did get blueprints. I think the blueprints go into here. Or I can't put them in yet. No, I can. Okay, I can insert them. I just can't do anything with them. And over here... I guess it won't, I guess it can't process it. Wait a minute, I just did that one? No, it's over here. All right, so we're going to have to get power for this thing. So I'm thinking that, can we do this? There we go. Okay, it just processed one of the blueprints. I have another one here. Okay, so we have the drill and we have the terraform analyzer. See, this guy in here is for making like components and things. You can see over here we're starting to get more items, including a construction tool. And you can see composite metal, glass, and then a pressure core. Out here, this thing is for making big things. Like, for instance, the drill. The drill is really big. Terraform analyzer, very big. Look over here, and then, of course, an extra storage for out here in case you run out of space on the inside. All you need for this is actually 1 iron ore, so why don't we just demonstrate? And we'll grab that. Okay, so I can now make this. E, deploy, and of course, you know, here's the thing. You can go way back and do that kind of thing. Can I rotate that around? Z. All right, so its stuff is going to fit in there, and we can just kind of like, here, what is that, E? No, it's X. All right, put that there. Boom, there we go. All right, now we're going back in, and I can do storage of things right here. You know, for instance, boom. Oh, I didn't pick it up. And I can just put that out here like that. And if I want to access it like I did before, I hit R and then I click on it and it goes into my inventory. Oh, I forgot that I had that. All right, hold on a minute. There we go. All right, what am I supposed to do now? I need to I have to install the info tool v2. Let me just see what I need for that. All right, I don't have v1, so I guess I have to do both of them. Okay, enables compass HUD. All right, I need that regolith chunk. I have one. I don't have another one over here, do I? No, all right. So here's the thing. We're going to look for them, but we also have to find more of those vaults. Those little, like, duffel bags that we found. That's not one, is it? They're not that far away. Okay, I do think that that's one of them. Oh, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't refill my power. Okay, as long as I don't do any mining, I should be all right. By the way, there's a lot of runes around. You can't see them very well now. Okay, what is this one? Fuel generator. Oh, that's going to be so critical. Okay, let's head back. Can I... Oh, is that another one? Oh, first of all, there's a regolith right there. And there's another one. I didn't even see it. Okay, so what is this one? Power extender. That is very nice. All right, so I need one more. Is it around here? Maybe it's in a different direction. All right, we only need one more, though. But I do have to put the blueprints into this. Actually, it's over here, right? Fuel generator. That's how we're going to be getting power, at least early on. The power extender is kind of like a little hub, you know, where power goes in and it can go out in different directions there. All right, wait a minute. Step away, then go in. Where is the... There it is. Boom, there we go. All right, I do have this. Okay, R, and then let me get this back. There we go. All right, let's make that info tool so I can make the next one. Enables compass HUD. Right, it wants me to make the V2 version, so let's just take a quick look at what I need for that. Yeah, mining tool sounds like a great idea. All right, I'm going to need 2 iron for that. That's not a problem. As a matter of fact, don't I have that iron already? I have one of them. Hold on a minute. That actually... Oh, you know what? Power. Boom. And that number is going down. All right, disconnect. There we go. All right, that probably has 2. It does have 2. Okay, grab those. Because it is telling me to get the info tool 2. It's optional, but let's face it, it's on top, so it's not optional. Okay, so right here. Boom. Okay, so at the top, you can now see that we have some... what's in that direction? Is it around here? I'm looking to see whether or not the vault we're looking for is actually here. All right, I don't see it. All right, let's look around and try not to go too far away. All right, pick that up. Believe it or not, those are going to be fuel for a while. All right, I'm not going to do any mining. I'm looking around. Oh, there's another one. 2 of those makes a rod. And that's where, like I said, our initial power is coming from. I don't see the last vault. Like I said, it looks like a duffel bag, so I don't know why they call it a vault. Yeah, I don't want to grab any of that just yet. Where is it? I'm guessing maybe it's down this way. I didn't even know there was any that close. Can I mine that one? Yes, that one can be mined. So I basically have access to 3. Oh, I got another one. Grab those. I need to find the last vault because these guys have the starting blueprints that I really need. Okay, what? Do you see that? All right, we're going to have to visit that when we have a lot of power to work with, that is. All right, I do not see what I'm looking for. Is that it? As long as I don't mind, I should be fine. I mean, that looks like something man-made? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we're going to have to visit that. And whatever that is, too. I don't see... I don't see that last vault. All right, now this, I believe, is aluminum, and I cannot mine that. Yeah, that's... Actually, I can't... No, I need a laser module for that. Oh, there it is right there. All right, still got plenty of power as long as I don't mine. Okay, last one. And this is the battery. Yes, very important. Probably the first thing I have to make. Because what's the purpose of making power creation? I'll take that, thank you. If you don't have a battery. And I'll take that one too. Alright, I think I'm going to have to put them somewhere. Like maybe in there. Okay, so let's insert the last one. Boom, okay, so I installed the discs. We're all good with that. Let me get some power. Right. You see what it's saying right now? Build a battery, generate power. The ship's battery is down to 515. Well, it's about to take a little bit of a nosedive because I need to recharge. There we go. And Q to drop that. Okay, so here's the thing. I know I'm going to need these guys for a specific purpose. Yes, the rods. So these are for power creation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 of them. I'll just carry them around with me for a while because I know I'm going to need them. And no, not that. Back to this. Right, I have 2 of those. All right, so here's the thing. The first thing it wants me to make is a battery. What do we need? All right, I need a power cell. So let's go in here and make a power cell. Where is the power cell? Not that one. That's a pressure core power cell. I need copper. I need sulfur. That's wonderful. Here, can I put these guys in here for now? There we go. As soon as I have... Oh, you know what? Put these guys in there too. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Copper is obviously going to be easy. Sulfur, not so much. All right. All right, and considering how much power I just used, I'm going to go recharge. And we're done. All right, now what direction? It was the yellow ones, obviously. I think there was some, yeah, we might be able to go in here and get 1 or 2 or something like that. It is kind of nearby. All right, I think I technically only need 1 at the moment. I'm going to try to get 2. Okay, up. Yeah, that might have been a terrible mistake. I'm not seeing a percentage yet, so it's not a critical mistake, and it was nearby. It is getting a little dark on and off, and it's happening that way to give me a warning that I'm having power problems. Boom, there we go. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so power core... I needed... Do I have the copper? Yes, I do. Okay, power cell, I should say. We're doing power cell. Okay, so I have the power cell, which means I can make a battery. Okay, where do I want to put the battery? I probably may want to consider more batteries in the future, too. All right, let's see. Battery! So let's make that. And we can deploy that. I guess we could put it there. I think you can move them. All right, so clearly it's kind of empty, so it's not really a thing right now. Another thing I'm going to need is an extender. Okay, generate power. Okay, so it's starting to get stormy. All right, generate power. We need the fuel generator. I'm going to need composite metal and copper wire. Okay, composite metal, I need... Do I have iron out here? Hold it a minute. Let's just look at this. Okay, I picked up the copper. Hold on a second. Iron. And I need the regolith, I believe, right? Pretty sure I have some in here. All right, that's just going to be R. Let's see. Composite metal, which is 1 iron, 1 regolith. And of course, we're not doing glass yet, but we are going to be doing the copper wire. I need 2 copper for that. And at the moment, I don't really have it. Let's, wait a minute. Did I pick up? Oh, no, I couldn't see. Over here, I couldn't see the second rod. I was going, what happened to that rod? Because it's pretty darn important here. Okay, let me just, not that one, actually. I guess I have to do that the other way. Hold on. All right, you know what? I'll hold on to it for the moment. Oh, I needed more copper. That's what I need. Unfortunately, it got dark. Very inconvenient. I didn't have any on the outside, did I? Hold on, hold on. I do have a copper. Do I have 2 copper now? No, I don't. I only have 1. I need another copper to make a copper wire. Let's see. Copper, copper. It's a little hard to see when it's really dark. I can turn a light on, but it doesn't help much for the current situation. Okay, I see another one of these, so I'm just going to grab it. Ah, copper. Looks like a big one, too. Should get 2 out of this. There we go. Got him. All right, a little bit of a power problem. Shouldn't be a problem, though. We're nearby. It's when we're really far away, that's when it becomes a problem. Eventually, as I understand, you're going to be able to make vehicles, even flying vehicles. Very reminiscent of Astroneer, just saying. And also, you can make bases, which is not something you can do in Astroneer. At least not that I knew of. There was a recent update and a whole bunch of building stuff, so maybe you can make bases now. Okay, so I believe I should be able to make... Here, turn that off, just in case it's costing me power. Hold on a second. Where is it? Where's that? There we go. In case it's burning my power. Fuel generator. Oh, I needed the wire first. Right. I am going to need the power extender, though. That'll be probably the next thing I make. Okay, so copper wire. There we go. And, of course, I'm carrying the copper wire. Okay, so fuel generator. All right, let's see. I guess maybe we can do it like here. It's near the battery. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, fuel generator is now available on the computer. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit... No, where is it here? E? Can I? Oh, no, that's where the batteries go. That's what I'm looking for. And then I need to plug that into an extender. All right, hold on a minute. Right, because here's the thing. This is going into this battery, and I might be able to get some stuff coming out of it. Yeah, here's the thing. I do need the extender now. Power extender. I need just a composite metal. So that shouldn't be a problem considering I picked up a lot of the other stuff. Let me just take a quick look in here for a moment. Can I... It's not letting me look into it. Maybe because there's nothing there. All right, I need iron, which is significantly easier to find. But you know, I couldn't help but notice that I was dying. Just, I mean, not really dying, malfunctioning, I guess, right? There we go. Yeah, I gotta pay attention to that. See, it was nighttime, so I didn't know it was getting artificially dark. There we go. All right, I need more composite. All right, so what I'm going to do is this guy's going to do power probably into the extender. We'll work it out. All right, so oh, I needed composite. That's what I need. Yeah, composite metal. There we go. All right, let's go over here. Power extender. Good question. All right, I'm guessing that power is going to go into the expander and then into the battery, and then we can daisy chain batteries if we want to. All right. There we go. See, this one has 4 connections around it. Okay, can I get a disconnect on that? And then connect it to that, actually. There we go. And then what we can do is connect that, I guess, into, well, not that one, that one. Okay, so here's the thing, of course, is we're not getting any power because we didn't put the rods in. All right, so I would rather get these guys. Might as well hold on to it because I'm probably going to be building more things. All right, now there's places for the rods right there and another one over there. I do believe each rod has a power of 800. Right, so where is it here? So you can see it's filling the battery. The thing is that I really do need to power this thing too. You know, another extender probably isn't a bad idea. I could actually make another composite metal. So let's do that. Because that would kind of be power. Now I need to power things. All right, let's see how this works out. There we go. Is that connect? We'll connect to that. And here's what I want to do. I want to yank this connection right here. Disconnect. And let's connect this to that. And then I would also really like to connect this, because I don't know whether or not I can feed energy into the capsule. There we go. Is it charging? 390. 391. Okay, so we can charge the capsule here. It's just that obviously as soon as the rods finish their job, we're going to have problems. So I should build another one and hook it up to another connection there, and then hook it up over there too. All right, what does it want me to do? Okay, so it wants me to deploy a drill. Now, the reason for that is, of course, we're going to build up pressure. It's also going to clear the storms. You can see disperse the fog and the storms. So we're going to need a drill for that. All right, now here's the question, of course. What do I need to make a drill? All right, we got the drill. All right, composite metal and then a pressure core. Now, I probably have what I need. No, I need iron. I see iron. All right. There we go. That'll get me the composite metal. I'll check what I need for the pressure core on the inside. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do the composite metal. Okay, so what do I need for the pressure core? Not that one. There it is right there. Okay, I already have a sulfur. I just need a silica ore. See, I'm carrying it right there. Remember I grabbed two? Right up there. We saw it before. You know, just because I've died so many times and I don't want to die now. Yeah, because I am going to be drilling up here, and I'm probably going to be trying to get two at least, just so I don't have to make the trip. Okay, what? Oh! I forgot to disconnect it. I'm going, why am I moving so slowly? Because there's a big cable holding me back. That's why. All right, I can't do anything with that until I get like a laser drill. But okay, I can do this one. There we go. All right, can I just like not die? It does seem as if falling is not a thing. Oh, power. Power is a thing. Power is definitely a thing. Okay, but it's over 400 there, which is really good. Okay, so disconnect. So this thing is generating power. You can see 701 of 800. It does have to stop every once in a while to cool down. All right, but at the moment it filled the battery. Well, I guess it's draining the battery because the capsule is desperately trying to use that stuff. All right, we needed the power core, or pressure core, I should say. Okay, since we already have the composite metal, let's see, the drill. Okay, so where are you going? I guess I can put it over here. All right, there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a cable from there. Yeah, I'm probably going to need a bunch of these stupid things, ain't I? All right, but for now, let's see. Connect. Where are you? I'll go around the other way. There we go. And connect. And we have drilling! Yes, we have drilling. All right, so you can see disperse the fog and sandstorms 1%. The thing is, we really need to start thinking about the future and more of these, and another one of those, of course. Especially since it is recommending that we have a second drill. But I'm thinking power is probably a higher priority. Let's just see here for a moment. Did I have any more? No, I didn't. Okay, so tell you what. Put that in there, put that in there. And we need to start thinking of... Yeah, I got to make more of these, that's for sure. But what is it that I need? I needed a composite metal, I believe, right? Remind me, what? Terraform analyzer. Analyzes the terraform activities on the planet. Yeah, it's a little early to even worry about that. You know? I'm thinking... Fuel generator. Composite metal and copper wire. Alright. See, as this thing does its job, it'll be a lot easier to see. Alright, looking around. For basically everything at this point. Because if I don't need something right now, I'm going to need it. There we go. Alright, I'm going to stay away from iron at the moment. By the way, it does seem as if there's some random generation when the planets are created, because this was a lot different than my my test game. Okay. Gonna need copper. There we go. I don't want to wander away too far. But I do actually need to find things, don't I? Now, a lot of iron over here. Is that... No, it isn't. Oh, there's one. I need 2 for each rod. Okay, that's copper. Oh, what is this? What is this? Okay, that's... Okay, how many is in there? Oh, I need the mining laser for that. Okay, but that's good. I found a bunch of them in the area, and I see shines of more. Oh, I just lost one of those. You know what? I'm willing to accept that. Okay, but where is home? I can't see my tower. I'm gonna die, ain't I? Where's my tower? Is that it over there? Maybe it's somebody else's tower. Okay, there's my tower. Okay, ooh. You know, here's the thing. As the dust storms clear, we're gonna see things in the distance. Right, I can make 2 rods from what I'm carrying right there. And then, of course, we can make the composite metal. All right, let's make 2 rods. Okay, construction tool. Well, you know what? At the moment, I don't have a mission for that. I have a feeling once we clear the dust clouds, that'll be a thing. And that one right there. Okay, so that's going to be the power for another one. I think I needed a composite metal. Yes, I did. Now, what was the last thing? Oh, I needed the copper wire. But I only have 1 copper on me. But I think... Didn't I put a copper in here? Hold on. Yes, I did. I'll take that. Thank you. Okay, copper wire. There we go. Let's think about this. Like here, so that way I can plug it into that one. Oh, but obviously I have to do it from the printer. All right, and I am going to need more extenders, but fuel generator, that's what I need. All right, we can put that right there. Okay, and then we're going to wire it into this. Well, I might as well put them in. They're not going to do anything because there's nowhere for the power to go until I do this. Now it's going. How is this guy looking? Okay, 384. It is going down. Huh, interesting. Okay, I think one of the reasons is this guy's cooling down. It's not moving. But then again, it also filled the battery, so... Okay, 19% in terms of clearing the dust and the storms. All right, you know, I think that's a pretty good start for now. So we're going to basically wait until the drill does its job. It does want me to deploy a terraform analyzer. Okay, terraform pressure stage 1 achieved. Cool. What do I need for the analyzer? Maybe I just have the pieces or something. Analyzer. Glass. Yeah, let me guess. Silicon? 2 of them? Is that the way it's going to be? Is that what you're going to do to me? Oh, no. 1. Well, guess what I have? There we go. Yeah, the problem is if I need power for it, I don't have anything. I guess I could plug it into that. All right, let's see. Okay, terraform analyzer. Oh, I didn't make the glass. Didn't make the glass. There we go. Now I can make it. Terraform analyzer. Let's put it like there, I suppose. Actually, I'm probably going to need power from over here, so we'll just put it right here. Okay, can I do anything? No, I need power. Of course I need power. I don't suppose you have an output over here, do you? Didn't think so. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. disconnect this, and we'll put it in here. Oh. There we go. Okay, are you gonna... 2 new blueprints. Use... Oh, this is something that I needed. Oh, I just realized I was dying. Ooh. Yes, as soon as you hear that crackle, pay attention. Okay, again? Ooh, a wagon? Storage module? Mining? Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so I get lots of unlocks. Does that mean I've unlocked these already? Yeah, can I get the solar going as quickly as possible? Okay, wagon. Is the wagon going to give me power, though? Storage modules. Battery module. Is that for me? I hope it's for me. Okay, turns out this is an important thing. But I am going to need to get more of these. Because I need power. Lots of power. And I've disconnected this. So here's the thing. I got to reconnect that. Put that back in. Alright, the power's going back up again. Good. Very good. Alright, it wants me to deploy a second drill, but we're going to wait until... Acquire blueprint from the terraforming. Didn't I do that already? I mean, do I click on them? Oh, create a blueprint disk. R. Oh, that's it. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, now I put them in. That's the wagon. Okay, and let me put that in. Next one. And that's the storage module. That's for the wagon. What do I need for the wagon? Copper wire? That's all? Okay, well maybe that's something we can play with next time. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. You can see that there's definitely elements of Astroneer and the Planet Crafter. Notice the big drill, right? And I think a game like this has a lot of possibilities to it. By the way, this is a one-person project, as shocking as that is. And so far, I see what I like. I would say if there's one thing that I would like looked at is when you're going for one of these little plugs and you're trying to... You might have noticed I had some trouble at times. It can be hard to zoom in on it. You know, I'm not really saying that a first-person situation is necessary, but maybe just a way to make it easier to see those. You know what I mean? Just saying. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Maybe say something in the comments for the great God algorithm. And of course, subscribing is a great way to show your support. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.